Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy to drive you home. I'm very excited because the weekend has spawned something for the show.
This could be fun.
We think it's going to be a radio first.
Certainly a Hamish and Andy radio first. Now, we can't find evidence of this happening anywhere else in the world, but look, it
Maybe for a good reason.
and also, that's actually not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Because it could just mean we haven't tried the look. Mate, I couldn't find anywhere else evidence of a guy jumping over a car on a BMX. It's a radio first. It's not that, by the way.
We want to talk about it after this.
Yeah.
It involves some risks.
Some risk. All right, here's how we'd put it, if people don't know what we're talking about already. We've done the show from a tall ship. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun. We've done the show from a double-decker bus, just cruising around the city, actually physically giving people a lift home. That was a lot of fun. For many years, we did the show from a caravan,
live
weeks
shows,
at a time, live shows. It's a new kind of vehicle-based show, but I think it could take the cake. Now, Ando, had an idea on the weekend, and we thought this could be fun, and let's get this actioned ASAP. We need to listen carefully to this because we need to just reassure ourselves that we're on the right path here. So if you do have the urge to call up 131060 and just
troubleshoot this thing together.
Let's just get the temp of this. But I'm pretty sure our gut instinct on this is right.
Yep.
We were mentioning and really talking very positively about the blimp you sometimes see flying over the city, the appliances online one, which, not to give anything away here, we fast forwarded and found out it's the same blimp that's been used for like Goodyear and a bunch of different companies. There's just one blimp going around Australia and it gets rebranded. Looking at that going, wow, a blimp. That's where it's at, isn't it? Free as a bird, yet slower.
Much slower.
Much slower and not as maneuverable as a bird.
Yeah.
That's the life.
That's the life. The Lilo of the sky.
A big, silly, floating, fun object with no power or maneuverability. Wow. Man, wouldn't that be something to get up in the blimp one day and do a show?
Yeah. Let the wind take us.
Let the wind take us where the rudder can't as it fights to get us back onto the mainland as we're no doubt blown out to sea. That'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking.
You know what? Next week, can we do this show from a blimp?
Hey there, Blimpy boy. Flying through the sky so fancy-free.
But the answer was no, but we just wanted to play that. No, it seems to be a yes. So
it seems like we're tracking towards a yes.
Put the wheels in motion. It looks like the appliances online blimp, we can get it. It's going to be in Melbourne.
Yes.
Later in the week.
People don't know this. The same blimp,
yep.
You see one in Adelaide, Brizzy, or Sydney, or Melbourne. It's the same blimp, and they have to fly it there.
Yeah, they don't. We thought they would deflate it and truck it. And they're like, no, we fly it.
Yeah.
At an absolute snail's pace to the next town.
Yeah. Sometimes it's accidentally in Adelaide just because of high winds.
Tasmania got it once as a bonus. This is a big mistake. We're going back.
So the thing is...
Sometimes New Zealand gets... They never know where it's going to go.
If you've seen a blimp, it's this blimp.
Yeah.
The branding may be different, but Appliances Online has now got it. Currently in Melbourne, heading to Adelaide in the next year.
At an absolute dawdle. There's an old lady on a mobility scooter that's racing it for charity. And so we thought, look, is it just us? Or is doing the show from a blimp a wonderful idea? 131060. Should we do the show from a blimp, and why? What are the benefits?
Give us more reasons. As I think what we're searching for
here, we're looking for reassurance.
More reasons than just because it should be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll let you peek behind the curtain here. We'll take any reason.
Yeah,
we'll take absolutely any reason. But why? Why should we do the show from a blimp? What are the huge benefits to you, the listener,
and to mankind?
And I'm not just saying this because they help us get this covered off at a management level. Why do you think you need to hear the show from a blimp? And we'll heartily agree with you.
131060 is the number. Hamish and Andy. Haim, we're all doing it for fantastic furniture.
Yeah, we all are, aren't we? Sometimes only you and I do it for a sponsor. Today, at Jack's on board, we're all doing it. We're doing this.
Hey there, Blimpy boy. Flying through the sky so fancy-free.
We had a chat about the Blimp Cam. You see it on sports telecasts all the time, and
Yeah.
you and I on the weekend thought it'd be very, very fun to do this show from a blimp.
Let's get in that bloody blimp.
We've tracked down the only blimp in Australia. It's the Appliances Online blimp at the moment. They said they're open to a show. We said 13 10 60. Why, or should we do a show for the blimp, and why?
I mean, we know it's a great idea,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think? What's your reason that we should do the show from the blimp? Jess, obviously there's many, many good reasons. What one springs to your mind?
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah,
Very good, Jess.
I definitely think you should do it because
Yep.
what better way to spy on your competition?
Very
yes.
smart, very smart. To always do a show above competing radio studios. Be like, oh, what satellite dish do they use?
Yes.
Maybe we should get the KM55. We'd have a more powerful signal.
Exactly.
No, that's really, that is smart.
So to get the edge, let's put that on the list.
Because I know a lot of other shows do their show from the roof sometimes. So we
Yes.
could be lip reading them going, oh, what are they saying? What are they talking about?
Monique, what do you think?
Ahoy, boys!
Ahoy to
Ahoy,
you,
Monique.
I think it's an awesome idea. I can see it from my back porch right now.
Oh, you got eyes on the
You
blimp.
got eyes on the blimp. So you
Yeah,
must be in Melbourne, are you?
Yeah, I'm just outside of Melton in Toowoomvale.
Yep.
Oh, what's the blimp doing?
Oh, it's just floating around,
Yeah.
looking lovely.
That sounds like the blimp.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, boys.
Monique, now you're obviously listening to the radio right now, but imagine listening to the radio and looking at that blimp and knowing.
At the same time.
I know, and knowing it was coming from the blimp. Wouldn't that blow you away?
Amazing, boys. Amazing.
Everyone's talking about virtual reality, but maybe this is the new frontier.
Yeah, thanks, Monique.
Blimp radio. See you, boys.
Yes.
Yeah, keep chasing that blimp.
Ben.
Ahoy, fellas.
We're
Ahoy,
looking
Benny.
for a reason why we should do the show from the blimp.
It must be done. I mean, you've got to give the pilots a bit of a chop out. They must be bored up there.
He would be pretty
Yeah,
bored.
Would be pretty bored.
Um,
is he,
Do they get a radio?
is he up there by himself?
I think with
I
the
don't know.
data we're getting on the blimp, and we're getting more data to hand all the time, it's one guy. He's a specialist.
There was a travel segment on a show the other week, a couple of weeks ago, and they had that appliance link up there, and he flies solo and he flies at a snail's pace, as you guys said. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it would be.
Hang on, did they do this travel show live from a blimp? Have we just stolen an idea?
No,
or?
they wouldn't have been, did they?
they didn't do any radio, did they? So,
No.
Nay, and also seem pre-recorded.
No, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you for quickly catching the drift there and rapidly doing a U-turn to
Well,
support us.
is there a possibility we could chat to the blimp pilot?
I think we should because we need his thumbs up before we hop on board anyway.
Getting a thumbs up from producer, they're going to try and track him down.
Let's get the pilot. Let's get the pilot.
Let's get the pilot. I mean, we've got a yes, a resounding yes, with a lot of good reasons.
There's so many. There's so many
the
reasons.
company-
Someone else has just written in going, you could do Blimp Uber, which would be a tough one. There is only one in town.
Yes.
And so you'd be really hoping, even if it's about 2 Ks away, then it's still an hour's wait. It's still going to be a long time before it picks you up.
Not as quick, but we'll try and get the pilot on, and then I suppose it's about timeline. When can we get up? and do the
ASAP,
show
I would have
live?
thought.
ASAP, Hamish and Andy.
Why not?
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy free.
The reason why you're hearing Homer there is because, like him, we're excited about blimps.
could be up in one, Ando.
Over the weekend, you see a lot of sports telecasts. You see the blimps. It looks like a lot of fun. Could we broadcast from a blimp? That's where it came up. Obviously, earlier in the show, everyone said, yes, we definitely need to, as listeners, hear a show from a blimp.
A lot of people giving us a lot of compelling reasons as to why they, the people, demand the People Show be broadcast from a blimp. We have bowed to the pressure, which was conveniently sculpted to be positive.
Yep.
And we want to do it from a blimp, but we're getting the green light from the blimp company?
Yeah, there's only one blimp in Australia. It's the Appliances Online blimp at the moment, and we've got the captain standing by, Captain Mark. Blimp Captain Mark, how are you?
Very well. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Mark, are you currently in the blimp or near the blimp?
No, we've just landed. The winds are picking up here in Melton, so we've just this very second mastered the blimp.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, well done. Now,
When you say mastered, does that mean you've stuck it on a mast or you've just finally got the hang of the blimp?
No, we've just stuck its nose on the top of a big red and white pole.
Yes.
And that's where we park it for the evening.
so what happens if
Snouts
it's
in.
so it sits there and is it there just floating?
Yeah, it just floats. It's a bit like acts like a flag or a windsock.
Okay.
It's 130 foot long and it floats.
And now, quickly, Mark, can Andy and I fit in the blimp with you?
Yes, you can fit in the blimp. There's room for you to fit in. That shouldn't be a problem.
To give us a perspective of the size in the blimp, like, because I've seen ones that are, I thought, I mean, if you watch a Bond film, I think...
Yeah, don't you remember,
there's
like, dining rooms
tables and stuff up
like,
there, but...
Hey, we don't want a cabin to ourselves, which would be nice to visit one.
But, Mark, what kind of size? Like the size of a small car up there?
Yeah, basically, it's like a very small car. It's probably the best way to describe it, like a little mini.
Oh, jeez, okay, so it's tied up there. Now, Mark, when you fly the blimp, I assume, like, is there a different mission each day, or is the mission notes always just take her up and fly around a bit over the city?
Well, we take her up, fly a bit around the city. Occasionally we may do some special promotions or filming or broadcasting, perhaps.
Yep.
So that's fairly standard. Your blimp's flown over the Sydney Olympics, and it's also flown over the London Olympics. But it is small. So when I say it's small, there's no bathroom on board.
I absolutely love the way you said our blimp.
Yes.
Like, we're already kind of the main guys in charge of the blimp.
But, Mark, is there a day this week? We understand the blimp's in Melbourne at the moment, so it's making its way to Adelaide. Is there a day? When's the soonest we could probably go up?
Looking at Thursday. Thursday's the best day. You should be able to catch us just before we go to Adelaide.
Yeah, Thursday blimp day. That's awesome. Okay, now, with the, like, how low can we go over? Can we buzz buildings with the blimp, or do we have to stay a certain height above them?
Well, we can buzz, but then I'd be unemployed. So it's 1,000 feet.
It's 1,000 feet. That's a strict rule. And no, Mark, I'll enforce that rule too. So, there's be no peer pressuring you to buzz anyone.
Mark, how manoeuvrable is it? For instance, say
Could
if
it dodge a rocket?
We're not expecting any fire, but say if someone said to us, oh, look, I want to find out what the next door neighbours are doing. They've been building and they're very shady about it. Could we make our way over to their house and report back for them?
Yeah, we can do that. Actually, we've got a very good loiter capability, so we can. I spend my time flying around in circles. So filming a sporting event is just like looking over the neighbour's fence from 1,000 feet. So.
Yeah, so we're basically just a very nosy balloon.
I think that should be a theme for us on Thursday.
Do you know
if we
what?
get up there.
If people are
loitering and snooping,
the snooping airship. If you've got maybe HamishAndandy.com. If you've got things, if you're in Melbourne and you want us to do a bit of snooping, give us the coords and maybe we can build a flight path based on where people and what people need snooped on.
Mark, thank you very much. We've got to go, but hopefully we can talk to you before Thursday. What would prevent us from going up, say, Thursday?
Well, we're very weather defended. We're a fair weather aircraft, so when it gets windy, I can do that here in Melbourne, or we get a thunderstorm or something like that. That causes us big problems.
Okay. So weather pending. Thursday we might be up there broadcasting from a blimp. Has anyone ever broadcast live from this blimp?
Not from this blimp, no.
Fantastic.
That's a word first for us. That's all we need to hear.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hamish and Andy, driving you home. Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy to drive you home on terra firma. We are driving you home from the ground.
I hate it. Get me in the air, boy.
Yeah. Tomorrow is our plan, Ham.
Yeah.
Tomorrow our plan to do the show live from Australia's only blimp. Yep. It'll be a broadcast first.
On the air, in the air.
On the air, in the air. And it's exciting. Yeah. We're going to cover off it. I mean, we've also on this show today, again, land-based show. We've got a guest coming in, a mystery guest, because inspired by a helium blimp, we've got a helium balloon game that we want him or her to play.
Yep.
And this guest is going to start on helium.
They could do 10 minutes on helium. And we'll take people can call up and go, oh, yeah, I think that's Jodie Foster.
Yeah, exactly. Your job out there will be to guess who it is.
Now you got to ask yourself, did I throw Jodie Foster out there as a red herring? Do we have her on? Or do you definitely know it's not Jodie Foster?
That's exciting.
That's also half the fun.
Hamish, straight after this, some great suggestions at HamishAndandy.com coming in with regards to what we should do while we're up there with great loitering capabilities inside the blimp.
I've got one to read to you, Ando, that I think is a definite, that will definitely make our flight path tomorrow when we're in the blimp.
It's after this, then. Ham, exciting, because tomorrow we hope to be doing this show very, very high up in the air.
In what sort of vessel, Andy? Don't say plane or helicopter because they bore me.
Blimp.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy free.
We do. It's going to be, we're going to be flying through the sky fancy free tomorrow, live from the blimp, weather dependent.
Weather dependent, we do need to chuck that in. Blimp Captain Mark has already I think he senses our excitement for the blimp, and like anyone who's in charge of the boring side of an expedition, because Mark's like, guys, I'm the captain, I got to fly it, and there's weather restraints. He's trying to dampen us a little bit. He's trying to set the expectation that at the moment it's a 50-50 because the blimp is very much a fair weather machine. The blimp is
kind of like you and I camping.
It's like a balloon animal. It doesn't go well in the wild. It has to be perfect.
You and I like things fine and sunny, and so does a blimp.
Certainly happy to camp. Certainly happy to do something like, Survivor if it was one afternoon and most things were provided.
Hey, yesterday on the show we put out there after Mark, yes, our blimp captain, said we've got great loitering capabilities, potentially the best of any vehicle out there.
It was a great way to put it, because the blimp is just a bit of a giant snooping mobile.
Yes,
and it can snoop wherever it wants. And I mean, it's
not a good spy.
It's not subtle
because you see it,
but you can't do anything about it snooping above you, and that's the fun of the blimp. So he said yesterday, and we went through a few of these on the show, and we'll take more now on 131060. What is a good thing to snoop at? Now, we're going to be taking off from Melbourne. We'll be on the outskirts of Melbourne.
There's only one blimp in Australia. That blimp's in Melbourne at the moment, so that's where we're going to be for this thing.
We're blimping across, so any suburb and CBD area of Melbourne is potentially we're able to blimp upon that.
Yes.
Now, am I right in saying I think what we're going to do is try and take off an hour before 4 o'clock, because it takes about an hour to fly to the city from where the blimp lives.
Oh, she's not that agile.
The blimp lives in a big old cave. It's covered with ferns, just so no one steals the blimp. And so it's hidden away, and then we just dawdle into the city. I think on the dial, the speed dial in the blimp, it goes from like stationary, moseying, and then like dawdle as its top speed. So we'll go full dawdle ahead into the city.
Yeah, it's the whale of the sky.
It really
if
is.
the whale didn't have a back fin. So it just really goes
scooching around the sea going, I can't steer myself. No, it's going to be a lot of fun, Ando. Here's the suggestion we got. And people, I love that people are getting, their imaginations are running wild because they're going, what if I had access to, essentially we're like a drone.
Yeah.
What if I had access to a giant drone? What would I want to snoop at?
We're an up-to-date Google Earth.
We're sort of live Google Earth. If I was in Melbourne, or even if you're not, like, what do you want us to snoop at? Someone's written in, not from Melbourne. Someone hit us up on Twitter and went, listen, I know Warne lives in Melbourne. Now, obviously, he's in the jungle at the moment, and I'm a celebrity out of here. Said, there's a rumour going around that someone's jumping his fence and using his pool while he's away. I vote almost as the first stop. We find out where Warnie's house is. We float to Warnie's house.
Just see if anyone's using the pool.
And we scope out his pool. And we can give people live updates as we blimp above Warnie's house.
There's probably several babes just sitting there waiting.
We might not see any water.
Yeah.
It might be chockers.
I like that. 131060. Do you have any other ideas? Where should we loiter? They can be personal to you if you do live in Melbourne, if you want to snoop on someone, a neighbour or another business, or if you want to set something up as well.
Get them in now because we've got to suss out our flight plan. Get in your blimp request.
Tomorrow we'll be in the air. On the air, in the air. We're going to broadcast live from a blimp.
Why not?
Australia's one and only blimp ham.
Well, people would have seen it floating around. It does the rounds to all cap cities. Doesn't make it to Perth, which is a shame. But the blimp is a delicate animal, and crossing the Nullarbor scares it.
You have to fly it.
You got to fly it. You can't just truck it around. So it's the Appliances Online blimp. Appliances Online have had it now, I think, for about a year.
Yep.
And we spied it a little while ago and went, geez, we've got to get up in that, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, Ando, being suspended over the city in a very small space, sort of like a size of a hatchback. It'd be incredible.
Does anyone out there have a sporting event on tomorrow night?
Well,
because
we're
they
doing
use at sporting events.
That's true. Yeah, geez, we can do some footage from your sporting event.
You've got a
between
netball,
4 and 6.
If you've got an outdoor netball game going on and you need a blimp shot for it, to complete the lovely package.
Tell me that's not going to make the MVP video at the end of the year for your netball awards night.
You might want to ring up.
131060, we're basically giving you open slather. Blimp for hire, blimp for hire. I say again, blimp for hire. 131060. If you're in Melbourne or you want something blimped upon in Melbourne, we had one come in. We just talked about it before the song, and this could be our first stop on the blimp. Someone heard that while Warnie's on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, they've gone, look, Warnie lives in Melbourne. He's got a big house in Melbourne. Blimp over that and see if you can catch anyone in the pool, because apparently people have been using his pool. Now,
away.
do we...
But now we've told people.
Well, that's the thing. I want to catch someone.
Yeah,
So do
exactly.
we just keep it under our hat? Or,
Yeah, I think... Well,
or do we just assume if
Nah,
you're
let's
some
not-
sort of...
Let's not do that.
Yeah, that's right, Andy. Yeah, that's right. We can't do that
that.
because we'll run out of fuel.
Yeah.
And we're going to get someone now.
Got him. Jess on 13 10 60. Jess, you got a suggestion for a way we could use our blimp?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy to you, Jess.
I was wondering if you could fly over our house and check on our grass because my partner's gone away on work and I decided to go away on a little holiday and I'm supposed to be looking after this grass that he's been cultivating for 4 months.
Yep.
Right.
And yeah, I'm just scared that it's dead.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so sorry,
You're on holiday at the moment, Jess.
Yeah,
where are you?
in Portland.
Okay, and so it's just a bit of... So, yeah, if you stay on the line and give us your address...
Yeah, we'll go across, check on Jess's grass. I mean, what would it change your holiday plans? If it is dead, Jess...
Would you come back to save it?
Are you going to come back, or...
Maybe you could drop some water balloons from your blimp.
A very, very, very slow water bomber. We'll call in Elvis, that firefighting chopper. Hope you're ready to get it really watered.
Thanks, Jess. Wonderful. Stay on the line. We'll try and get your details. Lachlan, what's your suggestion?
Yes, we've got a practice cricket match going on down at my cricket club, and there's going to be about 40 of us there. If you could come down and give us a bit of filming and stuff, that'd be great.
So you would like an aerial shot for your cricket match?
Yeah, absolutely. We could do like a third umpiring kind of thing.
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
difficult from there. I mean, I think
I mean, we won't have slow-mo facilities. Tell you what, if there's a run-out, we could try it.
I mean, likely we could count the amount of people on the field or see if anyone's hiding, I suppose, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to help
No, it's
you
good,
with
Locke.
any of the on-field officiating.
Hey, Locke, why don't we'll get on station, we'll get into position above you, okay, in a third umpire capacity. We'll have binoculars and we're going to have a camera with a big, long lens on it up in the blimp. So we'll watch the match, let's say, for a few minutes, and if anything happens during that time, you can call up and ask for clarification.
All right, I'll try and do that.
Because we will have a hotline to the blimp open the whole show for people to call in Eyes in the Sky. All right, Locke, tell everyone that you'll, we'll work on getting the blimp above the match.
Keep them coming in, everybody. It's Hame, and we're going to be doing the show from the air tomorrow. There's only one blimp in Australia. We've managed to book it for the tomorrow show, weather depending.
It was free.
And Hame,
well, I mean, I guess it was flying tomorrow anyway, or... But we're going to do the same thing it does anyway, which is just fly around and be seen.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're not going to hide it.
We're going to try and broadcast from it.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy free.
Now, the blimp at the moment is in Melbourne. It's the Appliances Online blimp. A lot of people will be familiar with it. We just want to tool around in the blimp for a whole show and offer people our blimping services.
Exactly.
Number one of which is loitering / snooping / spying.
Yep.
But so many calls coming in all show with different people wanting to request the Eyes in the Sky. Brad, you've got use for the blimp.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy,
Yes.
Brad. What can we blimp you for?
I'd really love it if you guys could fly over my...
Oh, Brad, you're
out.
you're breaking up a little bit.
he's-
We'll try and come back to you. Vince has also called in. Vince?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy to you,
Vince. What do you need the blimp to do?
Well, I'd like the blimp to do like a Top Gear style race.
Okay.
See what's quicker, the blimp in the air
Yep.
or a car in peak hour traffic?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So do you kind of go from the centre of Melbourne out to the suburbs bins?
No, I don't, but I would be curious to see what's quicker, just in case I want to buy a blimp, you know what I mean?
Mate, yeah, this thing takes off. We beat that car by 15 minutes. Suddenly everyone's buying a blimp. And then we're doing the experiment to go, we're doing the show from a car. Oh, I remember them. That's before blimps. That's before everyone had a blimp.
As the number one mode of transport.
Oh my God, what would be quicker, a car or a blimp? Oh, the car's good. Then everyone goes back to cars. And we set up a 100-year blimp to car cycle.
Vince, we'll look into that.
Yeah, good idea, Vince. Any freeway in particular you're thinking, or just pick an arterial?
Well, I'd say probably the most busiest freeway.
Okay, we'll pick the busiest freeway in Melbourne, and we'll see can the
Don't
slowest
pick a private long driveway.
can the slowest aircraft beat a regular car in traffic. Thanks,
like
Vince.
it.
Brad, we aren't going to have him back. Brad, what did you want us to? The guys with Eyes in the Sky. What did you want us to do?
I'd love for you guys to fly over my house.
my sister's boyfriend always parks in my car spot. Does my head in so bad.
Okay, so what are we talking? Like, you in an apartment, or are you?
No, just in the house, normal house.
So
driveway.
where's your car spot?
In the driveway.
Yep.
To the far right.
And Brad, I mean, will it be easily visible? Is it a clearing, or you got a lot of trees around?
No, there's a clearing.
Okay,
I
great.
think my mum's car will be next to that.
Sure.
Okay, so can you explain the layout of the driveway for us? How many cars can park in the driveway?
There's room for 4 cars.
Yep.
Gotcha. And where's your spot?
The far right, if you're at the end of the driveway facing the house.
Okay, good,
That's good.
And Brad, why? So your sister's boyfriend goes around and parks in your spot?
Every time. It does my head in. I even got a sign made up.
What does the sign say?
It says, Brad's parking only.
Yep.
All vehicles will have monkey poo thrown on the car.
Okay, good.
And there's a logistical hassle of getting that poo.
Brad, do you think that your sister's boyfriend is using it when you're not around, or is it when he's using it when you are around that's the worry?
It's when I come home, it's always there. So it's fine when I'm not there, but when I get home, I'd love just to drive straight in.
But Brad, it's your house. It's your car park. Yeah. You've got a right to have it free. Now, does he deny doing it? Like, with us getting photographic evidence from the blimp of your car park with his car in it, would that help your case?
Probably would. And yeah, my sister's always on his side, so I'll be bam, straight in her face.
Classic Stace.
Exactly.
All right. What colour's his car?
It's white.
Okay, here's what colour's your car, just in case?
It's like a greyish colour.
Okay, cool.
Jeez, they're close.
All right. Brad,
also white.
Brad, and what time do you normally get home, Brad?
4:15.
Okay, so you get there before we get there, though.
Oh, it's all right. Maybe I'll just drive around a bit.
I mean, we could lay a trap if you want. Like, we could give you some...
Idea.
We could give you some tokens for time zone, and you could head down there and just hang out for an hour. Like, we give you 2 free games of bowling at your local bowling alley if you just want to kill some time and see if he falls for the trap.
All right, Brad, we'll look into that as well. All these ideas still coming in. HamishAndy.com, 131060.
What impresses me about Brad, 4:15 is when I get home. It's a good specific time, isn't it? That tells me Brad finishes at 4, and he knows he lives 15 minutes away.
It's Hamish and Andy.
And 24 hours from now, if the weather conditions are right, you and I will be saying stuff like, yes, Janice, we see you. We see your combi. The traffic is clear up ahead. And other great things like that, because we'll hopefully be in a blimp tomorrow.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy-free.
The Blimp Show. The Blimp Show. There's a couple of things we've got as priorities. One was definitely heading over to Warne's house.
Got to try and see if the rumours that people have been swimming in his pool in Melbourne
while he's on
I'm a Celeb, get me out of here, are true.
If we catch someone swimming in there,
it'd be huge.
Live. What do we do? Do we call the police? I mean,
yeah, we do.
We do?
Citizens arrest.
Well, what if,
I think
what if
we,
it's one
I
of
think
his,
we can
what if
only...
it's one of his kids or something that's around there?
Well, you can call him up from the jungle, pay the bail and get him out. And we'll apologise to Warne when he gets home. But we were just trying to do the right thing.
Yes. So what we're asking at HamishAndy.com if there's anything you'd like us to do while we're up in the blimp.
Yeah, we're all yours.
We're all yours.
I mean, if you're in Melbourne, great. And obviously tomorrow, if you see us and you're in Melbourne floating around, just jump on the blower, 131060, and go, guys, what's the hold up on this road I'm on? And if we're there, I mean, and you've got time because it's a slow moving vehicle, we'll bank around and check out what's going on for you.
Here's what we've thought though. 131060 now. Are you a school or a workplace or a university that has a big enough area that with people you could spell out the word blimp?
Yep.
If we organised...
Would you like to ring up now and go, yes, we will spell out the word blimp for you? Tell us how many people you honestly think you could get doing it.
We need a school photo, or we need a work photo. We haven't had the staff Christmas card made up yet.
And
it's very early in the year.
If you'd like the staff Easter card, to say blimp rather than Easter.
Yeah, and we're open to a change of words.
Yeah, well, I mean, blimp would be nice because then it, in one photo it tells everyone, how did this photo get taken? Who's on it? Hang on a sec. Isn't that out the back of Wilson's Mechanics?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We've got all 45 staff members to line the car park, spelling the word blimp. What a wonderful Easter card to send out to clients.
131060 is the number now. Is your workplace, school, or university? It has to be in Melbourne, unfortunately, because that's where the one and only blimp in Australia is.
We are floating around Melbourne in the blimp. Do we say this, Ando? Like, if you call up and you're nominating... you're the captain of organising this.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
if we
don't
select,
let us
because
down.
we'll select someone now,
Yes.
right? We select someone now. It means that like we've only got one shot because it's such a slow moving craft. We're going to pick your place.
Yep.
You know, we're going to be overhead at 4:30.
Weather depending.
If it just says Blin,
Yeah.
you know, that's on you. I mean, if you sell us in a complete furphy, it's going to be a terrible look for your school, university, or workplace if we're floating over the top of Wilson's Mechanics and only 9 people made it out into the car park to half-heartedly spell sorry.
131060 is the number now. Chris has called up. Chris, whereabouts are you from?
Ahoy, gentlemen.
Ahoy to you.
Chris. What do you got for us?
Well, we're the Deakin Law Student Society based in Burwood.
So how far away is Burwood from the centre of Melbourne?
Burwood is probably, depending on traffic, 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Hey, Chris. What do you mean depending on traffic?
We've got no traffic.
We're blimping, boy.
Oh,
I don't think there's going to be too many other blimps.
There's only blimp in Australia.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know if the blimp has a horn, but I'm almost positive we won't be using it because it'll be pretty clear air up there.
Right, and the Law Society of Deakin University.
So do you guys, how many people do you reckon you could get spelling out the word blimp?
It depends. I could get, there's 30 of us on the society, and if we all pulled together, we could easily get over 150 people.
Jeez, that's good.
Upwards of that amount.
Now, Chris, university students are renowned for saying they'll go for something and then not turning up.
And we say this with love because Andy and I did that for several years ourselves. I mean, we've solid on this, or?
I mean, we're law students. I mean, if anything, we take pride in our
in rules,
in punctuality, and we'll spell blimp right, and we'll give you a case to support it as well.
Hey, Chris, if we counted it, there was only 149, and we felt we'd been promised 150, would we have a case to sue you?
No.
Good answer, Chris.
That's true.
He is a law student.
He is, and I don't think we go up against 150 lawyers. And all right, good,
Chris.
very good, Chris. Thank you for
Lovely.
the suggestion.
On the short list, Lucy joins us. Lucy.
Ahoy, boy.
Ahoy to
Ahoy,
you.
Luce. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Kew.
Okay. And are you, like, what are we talking, school, uni, workplace?
School, years like kinder to 12, big school.
Yep.
A lot of kids, already contacted a lot of kids, and they're all like in.
What's the school
wow,
called?
that was quick. What school are you at?
What school are you at?
MLC,
All right.
MLC.
And what year are you in, Luce?
year 11.
Okay, so how many, I mean, because this would be an after-school activity, would there be permission slips or things we'd need to get organised?
Yeah.
Well, it's a on-school incursion, I guess. But
It is an incursion. I mean, we'll be flying right into your airspace. Don't scramble any fighters to shoot us down. We come in peace. Now,
I guess the after-school factor could make some kids not want to come, but I reckon you'll get a big turnout.
for the commemorative photo of having, knowing you were part of spelling out Blimp, Luce, if you were captain of this, if you were sort of the organiser of the photo, how much do you rate your chances of being able to organise all the kids into like the Blimp sign, into spelling Blimp?
Oh, well, I reckon I could do it. I've been house captain, so I've got the leadership skills to get it going.
Leadership qualities, Sam.
Have impressed us.
And Lucy, how many people do you think roughly that you'd get there?
I don't want to promise too high and then let you guys down.
We'll sue you.
Yep. Hamish
That's all right, Lucy.
That's something Hamish never does.
You're safe. We found out we can't sue you. So give us a realistic promise.
Well, I've got like 300 or something in my year level.
Wow.
Jeez,
And
that's
then,
big.
yeah, and then I can get kids from other year levels.
God.
I'd say definitely a few,
Couple of hundred?
Couple of hundred, maybe.
So
maybe, yeah.
You
I don't
could-
want to promise anything.
No, but I'm now worried there's not enough letters in the word
Maybe
or space
not.
on the
Maybe
O.
not.
You might have to double stack a few people.
Yeah, I reckon.
Hey, Lucy, is there an oval or space there we could use?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy.
Hey, Lucy, usually school ovals have funny names. What oval?
It might be like Elizabeth's Petulus. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
we
yes.
use Elizabeth
Petulus.
Petulus oval.
Well done, Lucy. Thanks. Simon, are you a workplace or a university or a school?
I'm a workplace. We're a shoe wholesaler, and we've got a big car park at the back, and we thought to put all the boxes to write out Blimp in the car park.
Right. So as far as
Jeez, I
staff
like that.
goes, how many people do you have?
We have 8 staff working, but
Yep.
they can all work and put the boxes down
Yep.
to sell Blimp.
Yeah, gosh.
And I mean, do we do two?
do we do two?
I want to do Lucy, and I want to do Simon, and I want to do Kristen. We can't do all of them, but I mean, wouldn't it be amazing to have the word blimp spat out of boxes, and then we fly over to Lucy's school and we've got 200 to 300 kids double stacked on the Elizabeth Petulus Oval?
As promised.
Stay on the line, Simon.
The reason why I think we do too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
is because what else are we doing? Because we've got 2 hours in a blimp and you've got to do something.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
But the second is, one of them will probably let us down.
Not a bad idea to hedge.
You and I know as much as anyone how excited you get on radio and make promises.
Mate.
Now, normally it's our producer going, you have to follow up on this, Hayden, because you said you would do this.
Yep.
i.e. the massage. We should point out that you're meant to be massaged for a whole day tomorrow, but we won't do that because of the blimp.
We'll do it next week.
But exactly.
Please, can we?
But these people out there calling up.
Mate, if I was on Facebook tonight and Lucy was like, guys, we're spelling out blimp on the Oval tomorrow. You know, you've come home from school, you've had a bit to eat, you're on a sugar high, you're on Facebook, like, yeah, I'm in. But realistically, by the time 4 o'clock rolls around, we'll get some driftaways.
Yeah, exactly.
But the good thing is we can take photos of them and identify the students who'd walked off.
Simon and Lucy, let's go to both.
Let's do it.
Let's
love to get a double stacked.
We'll try and work out where they are. Hopefully our blimp can move quickly enough to get around to them.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be such a good show.
It's Hamish and Andy.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Today, Hamish and Andy plan a broadcast first. Coming to you live from a vessel that is out of this world. It's faster than a sleeping bulldog, more powerful than an electric toothbrush, with loitering capabilities like no other.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
No, it's a plane!
No, it's nothing. It's definitely not a blimp, because Hamish and Andy are on the ground.
Not a great afternoon, Ham. Not even a good afternoon, because we're not in the sky.
Grounded, my friend. Grounded like the mythical Pegasus, whose wings were tied up by his parents because he mucked around too much on the internet and he was grounded for the weekend.
Yeah.
I did say mythical.
We aren't going up in the blimp because she's a windy day today.
Weather. Damn you, weather.
But Ham, we received some other news.
We did.
We're going tomorrow!
Hey there, Blimpy boy.
Probably.
Flying through the sky so fancy free.
Yeah, looks like
depending.
it. Looks like it. We didn't really let this out yesterday, but of course, we were talking up the Blimp Show yesterday. We were meant to be in a blimp today, but we did know behind the scenes it was a 50-50. Now, look, in our world, that's 100%.
Yeah, we like 50-50.
I don't think we've ever lost a 50-50. Actually, I'm just thinking back to a horse race from a few weeks ago where we certainly did lose a sure thing. But, Ando, it's looking tomorrow's a 90%. So it's pretty much, I'm going to call it 100%. 100%. Tomorrow we're a go.
Don't even worry about weather depending. We're going to be in the sky, broadcasting live from Australia's only blimp tomorrow.
So don't worry, keep the blimp excitement up. Yeah. And can I just say, Ando, hats off to that whole story, like all that opening stuff you made for the show. I didn't know you'd made that. That was a great way to begin. Because I also prepared a little something that explains why we're not up in the air today.
Okay.
Blimp launch delayed! Oh no! Blimp launch delayed! Till tomorrow.
Equally as good.
Gets to the point, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably better than mine, actually.
So I just think whenever we need to explain to people all the ins and outs of the weather, we just play that, and I think people are like, that's good.
We were meant to be in the air today. We were going to be doing a few things today within the air, and other people had responsibilities for the people in the People's Show. We should contact them and talk to them after this.
We just make sure everything's still lined up for tomorrow.
Hey there, Blimpy boy. Flying through the sky so fancy free.
Blimp launch delayed! Oh no! Blimp launch delayed! Till tomorrow.
That's right, Ando. That's the alarm that we needed. It tells the whole story.
Like the alarm, just so you know. Hey, it does tell the whole story. Today, too windy. She's a windy beast, Mother Nature, sometimes.
Well, here's the thing. We were meant to be in the blimp today. Australia's only blimp soaring slowly above the skies of Melbourne, because that's where the blimp is. It was going to be a radio first. Now, it's still going to be a radio first tomorrow because the blimp launch is delayed then. We just need to explain to people that a blimp getting the blimp, it's such a fragile little animal.
Yes.
But it's like a baby deer on ice skates. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
unless conditions are perfect,
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to
not gonna
fall
skate.
over. And it's not going to have a go. So we're like the mums and dads at the baby deer party going, have a go, you can do it. But it's a very timid animal and it didn't want to take to the skies today. And we want it to be safe.
Tomorrow's show will be live from the sky, where we planned a few stops, Ham. Two important ones. One, we put the call out yesterday. If you want a workplace or a school or a university that wanted to have enough people that could lie down and spell the word blimp,
That would
we'd come across, take a photo for you.
It'd be a really cool commemorative photo that no other workplace, school or uni could have.
Simon said on yesterday's show that yes, he's happy to do it. He's at a shoe wholesaler, so it was Simon. It was the boxes you were going to get. The 8 employees all afternoon with boxes creating the word blimp.
Hi, fellas. Yep, that's correct.
Ahoy, so I'm sorry, I heard a phone go in the background. I know there's not many people at your workplace. You need to grab that. Are you good to talk?
No, I think the customer service lady has got it.
Awesome, that's great. Now,
I think people are calling off and saying you're on Hamish and Andy.
or people calling going, I know you guys were meant to be shut today to spell out the word blimp, and you're having to tell everyone, no, the blimp got delayed by a day.
Yeah.
Were you ready to go, Simon? Was everyone set?
Well, we had like a mini pilot trial session and the boxes were flying everywhere.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a
It
windy
was
day.
windy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then we thought, if the boxes are flying, I don't know if the blimp will take off today if it's that windy.
Nice.
Well, now, have you thought it through? Like, can you put some old shoes in the boxes to weigh them down?
We'll put some rocks in there.
Yep, all rocks.
So that they hold them down, yeah.
Don't put stock in
Simon, maybe there's two things we should be checking then, Ham, before we leave. It should be a conditions fine for the blimp to go up, a conditions fine for Simon's boxes to stay grounded.
What's ground wind like?
Because, they're two major issues we've got tomorrow.
Because, Simon, it's going to be a delicate ballet with you guys getting the word blimp spelt out in the car park and us floating overhead and snapping the photo. But if we can pull this off, mate, will this photo go in the foyer of the business or...?
We'll definitely put it up in the entrance and on our
great.
social media and everything like that.
Well, mate, we've got your pin for about quarter-past 5 tomorrow, give or take 1 hour, because the blimp's not very...
As you can see, we're already factoring in a day of contingency. So good, Simon. You're still locked in. Then the other exciting news yesterday, Andy, we had a young girl called Lucy.
Year 11 student.
Young lady called Lucy who's got leadership qualities. She's a house captain. She knows how to wrangle some people. Called up from MLC in Melbourne going, listen, I can get human beings on the oval spelling out the word blimp.
An all-girls school. Lucy, are you there? How did the delay affect your plans?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Luce.
It did affect our plans a little bit.
Imagine it would have been mayhem all over Facebook with, are we still on? Should I wear something special?
I don't even know if my Facebook's working anymore. So many notifications. It was blowing up last night.
No, and today, the day where the reactions button has come out, is there a lot of people clicking sad or
angry
or...
There's just a lot of mess on my Facebook.
Yeah. So Lucy, Facebook rang us and said, do you want us to have a blimp button as well as like the seventh emotion? And we said...
That would have helped.
Zuck, we really respect the call, but I think by next week the blimp hysteria will have died down. So because it's a long-term thing for Facebook, we said no. Maybe foolishly. I don't know.
Lucy, what plans were in place? How'd you have to change them? Because you said, a couple of 100 students were going to be there on the Elizabeth Tilsley Oval. Whatever it was.
Well, I have to admit, I might have already lied to you guys.
Yep.
I did get the oval name mixed up with the science building.
Oh, that's right. No one remembers anything. We had the J.R. Puffin Stuff Museum or something. That's why I don't know. We're the museum.
Museum, but it certainly...
we're a really fancy school.
It certainly wasn't called Puffin Stuff. But anyway...
But that's all right, Lucy.
I'm glad that's the only lie.
No
if you were lying about having access to 200 kids, that would be a problem.
Don't worry, Lucy. The thing is, we don't need to know the name of the oval. Like, the idea is we'll see you from the air. There's not going to be too many ovals around with 200 people spelling the word blimp.
But
if it helps, it's the Jean Perkins Oval.
Okay,
Jean it. There we go. I got a lot of corrections at school today.
Certainly from the Turkins family.
Perkins or Turkins?
Perkins.
Oh, like Kieran Perkins. Okay.
Yeah, like Jean Perkins.
Kieran's mum. Hey, Lucy, quickly, do you reckon now that it's going to be on a Friday afternoon tomorrow when we're in the blimp, taking a photo of you guys or spelling the word blimp, more people or less people?
Well, a lot of people have a free period left,
Oh, no, they're going to go home.
Go home, aren't
but a lot of people are thinking of going home and coming back.
they? Great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
exactly.
and-
If you can, put an exclamation mark on Blimp.
Oh, we can do exclamation mark, full stop, whatever you guys want.
Now, Lucy,
Exclamation mark.
are they allowed to come back in casual clothes, or what's the school's policy on this?
Yeah.
The school does have a policy.
On Blimp photos.
Academic uniform.
Okay. Academic uniform for all Blimp photos. Makes sense. It's
going to be great,
Lucy, we plan to be above you
Spread the
around
word.
5:40, give or take an hour.
Spread the word. Here's the other thing. I know we're going to go to a song here, but 131060. Here's
Yes.
the one other thing we've been dealing with. Is our first mission or our second mission when we're in the Blimp tomorrow. Someone said, listen, Shane Warne lives in Melbourne.
Yep.
Find the coordinates of his house. Float on over his house. He lives somewhere Bayside. Find out if people have been jumping his fence and swimming in his pool while he's on I'm a Celebrity, because the rumour is going around in Melbourne that people have been doing that. So
13:10:60 right now.
here's what we want to know.
Are you a pool jumper?
Yeah, we want to get in the mind of a pool jumper. Would you still, knowing that we'll be overhead in a surveillance Blimp tomorrow, if you're the kind of person that jumps to your neighbour's fence and illegally uses their pool,
Yeah. Have you done it before?
would you still pool jump? Because really, we're only going to be there for about a 10-minute window. Would you still risk it?
Scotty, 13:10:60 over here. Scott, you're a pool jumper?
Yep.
All right, it checks out.
Scotty,
how often do you jump, Scott?
Once a week.
Yeah, right. And who's...
Sorry,
is
Scott.
it a neighbour or...
Without fail, or?
Just depending on the weather, but yeah, usually.
Yeah, tight. Whereabouts, Scotty, is it a close-by neighbour, or do you know you can identify another place you drive to?
What do you mean?
Is it next door, or do you go elsewhere?
No, it's next door.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
good.
And,
So it's a crime of convenience.
So you just definitely know they're not home?
Yeah,
How do you know they're not home, Scotty?
because they work 9 to 5 jobs,
Yeah, sweet.
that'll do.
Now, Scott, if you looked up in
and
the sky,
the kids are at school from 9 to 3.
and you're in the pool from 9:01 to 2:59. Now, Scott, if you looked up in the sky and you saw a big, slow-moving blimp and you knew it had the capacity to get evidence of you in the pool, would you be put off, or would you jump anyway?
Not at all. I would still jump.
Yeah, good. Scotty,
Get in the
this
head of a jumper.
Shanae, your neighbours are pool jumpers.
My neighbours are serial pool jumpers when I was growing up. It was so bad.
They got into your pool?
Yeah, they got into my pool. So, look, I was feeling a bit of a dodgy one day, and I didn't go to school. I didn't tell my parents that, but they're 9 to 5. So, they went away, and I told my girlfriends, come over our free house, at the pool, it was hot. So we just kicking back and, sitting down. Next thing you know, the 3 little kind of Afghan children next door jumped the fence and kind of, had a bit of a fright and fall down. And
Did you all have a party together? Did you go, let's all enjoy the day together?
Yeah.
Or
well, it was kind of like that. So I was like, girls,
But people say that, again,
so we've lost you, Sinead.
we've lost Sinead, but it's again proof, Ham, that people
They're
aren't
not scared.
deterred. People aren't scared, they're not deterred.
Pool jumpers are not scared.
David, you're a celebrity pool jumper.
Yeah, ahoy, boys.
Ahoy to you, mate.
Ahoy, Dave. Whose pool have you got? Don't tell me it's Warne.
We used to jump into Brad Fittler's pool when he lived out at Glenmore Park and he was playing for Penrith Panthers.
Jeez, Freddie.
So as soon as he was on the ground, any time on match day...
Oh, yeah, you watch a live match, you see him.
you could go...
And anytime he played for Australia, anytime he was up in Queensland, we jumped his pool.
David, would you be deterred from jumping knowing that we've got a blimp that can see people from the sky tomorrow?
Hell no.
Nah, exactly. I think that's...
David, if you could, would you pull jump Shane Warne?
I would.
Yeah.
It'd be great to add another big scalp to the list.
Hey, thank you very much, David. Hey, we've got to go to break here, but I think we've categorically.
It excites me so much now that, if anything, there'll be more people in Warning's pool tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll keep their eye. That'll be mission number 2 as we set up in the blimp. 100% guaranteed, weather dependent. Hamish and Andy driving you home. We should be driving from high in the sky because we're meant to broadcast from a blimp.
Hey there, Blimpy boy. Flying through the sky, so fancy free.
Exactly like Homer in that episode of The Simpsons. We can't remember why he had to give away his tickets to the Duff Blimp. We think he sold them to Barney. Had to pay for something for Lisa. If you know, feel free to tweet us. We could have researched it.
Yep.
But I mean, We all remember the scene where Homer's got that big pickle at the kitchen table and he's imagining being up in the blimp. That's us today, Ando.
Yeah. I mean, unlike Homer, we'll be up there tomorrow.
We go tomorrow!
We haven't sold our tickets to Barney. But, hey, I mean, obviously we're delayed a day. Tomorrow will be your blimp. Any way you want to use it, you'll be able to call 131060.
Yep.
So already we're going to be doing a lot of things for people. But, Haim, you want to bring something else to the table?
This came in last night, Ando. It's from a podcaster. He listens in the UK. Michael. He goes, guys, London podcaster here. Sorry I'm a bit late to the party. Just got up on the podcast. Hey, if you're out blimping at Warnie's, which is Bayside, he goes, then I heard you're heading to the school MLC. By my calculations, you will be passing over a pool that I'm looking forward to going to when I move back to Australia in June.
Okay.
The Harold Holt swimming pool.
Right.
Which is, a lot of people find it, mirthfully named after our Prime Minister who sadly, had a little incident with swimming himself. He said, look, I don't love a busy pool. Okay. He said, so my thinking is, could I talk to you live from where I am in London while you're in the blimp and you've got binoculars looking down at the pool around about 5 o'clock, which is when I would swim of an afternoon, and you tell me how crowded the pool is outside, and I'll determine whether or not I want to buy a membership. Can you think of a better and more efficient use of the blimp?
I cannot.
There is no more simple way for Mike here to get an accurate representation of the pool traffic on a Friday afternoon than to just call a couple of guys who happen to be in a blimp hovering above his pool that's halfway around the world to give you a bit of a vibe as to what the traffic's like.
That'd be perfect.
I'd love to know what his tipping point is too, because one person per lane, that's fine. I mean, you swim. I've swum twice, but you swum more than that.
Yep.
2 people per lane.
Yeah.
What do you reckon his tipping point's going to be?
I reckon it sounds like to me like he likes a free lane. So I reckon
from what I understand from my 2 visits for swimming.
So
that's
at
a real
5 o'clock,
luxury.
that's harsh on Harold Holt pools. But I would say he would want no more than 2 people a lane, and then he's not getting a membership.
Yeah, and
we'll
have to get him if he's been. Sounds like he lived in Melbourne. Now he's in England and he's coming home because it does sound like he knows the pool. Have to ask him if he can remember. Like, which of the lanes are the fast, medium, slow? Like, you reckon we'll be able to tell from the air?
Oh, yeah, we'll see people going up and back, I'd imagine.
You'd be able to tell the me and Jack lane. But you just saw the kickboards. Like, there's any lane that there's not a pool guy with a big stick next to it. That's one of the faster lanes. Do you know what else?
We should absolutely do that.
Let's do it. I think we can hook that in, no worries. And we'll try and get him up. So, from what I understand, we'll be able to take calls all afternoon.
We'll be going there about 10 to 5, I reckon.
I love that we're saying this like it's so accurate. We're in a giant balloon. We're getting blown by the whims of the wind.
I'm going to give it the window. I'm going to give 10 to 5 to 10 past 5 is when we'll be over the pool.
Okay, that's a good window. So around about 5 o'clock.
And so that what will that be for him? 6 in the morning?
About 6 in the morning in England. He said he's happy to get up any time of the night and chat to us live to get. I mean, because it's so handy for him, this service. You'd set your alarm to use this service. So that'll be so great. That's locked into our flight plan for the Blimp Show tomorrow.
Let's bring it up with the captain because we're going to chat to him about the conditions today.
And
a few other things.
One thing came up today too. How safe is it?
Yes.
I haven't really thought about that.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy-free.
Blimp launch delayed. Oh no, Blimp launch delayed. Till tomorrow.
Yes, the Blimp launch was delayed. Hopefully we'll go up tomorrow, but we're about to find out what the chances are of that. You've given it a 100% guarantee earlier on the show, Ham.
I've given it a hundo, Ando. Let's see what Blimp Captain Mark gives it. How are you, Mark?
Very well, guys. How are you doing?
Very good.
To make the tough decisions, obviously a nation was excited about Blimp Day, but you went safety first. What kept us aground today?
We had a little bit of winds this afternoon, a little bit too strong for us.
Yep.
We're a fair weather aircraft, so the winds are less tomorrow, and the pressure's building, so it should be a nicer day.
Fantastic. Now, Mark, we've seen video of the blimp lives with its nose hooked onto quite a large pole, or a mast, I think you called it last time. And when it's a bit windy, the blimp sort of, it looks like an angry dog trying to get off that pole. Have you ever been in the blimp while it's flying around like that?
Well, when it's like that on the mast, obviously we see the weather coming and we don't go flying. An angry dog, that's a good description for it, yeah.
all that setup you've seen on the video, that can stand up to 80 knots.
Wow.
So it gets fairly impressive.
Can it get damaged, though, while it's flailing around like that?
No, not really. We ballast it and pressurize it. We take certain precautions, but it's we increase the pressure because it's a pressurized bag of gas. Helium, of course.
Yeah. No, it's just like a big old wine cask, big old bag of goon in the air with us. We're the little nozzle at the bottom. Mark, have you been are we strapped in like an aircraft harness, or is it just a seatbelt? Because what if it kind of like tips up? I mean, is there a risk we fall around in there?
No. It's a standard aviation seatbelt, so just like in an airliner. And remember, it's a fully certified CASA aircraft. So
I did remember that.
Yeah.
When I was watching DuckTales growing up with Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey and Louie, they were in an air balloon and it kind of popped and it went off like a regular balloon would. And
it shot very, very fast.
Shot around very fast. If there is a puncture of any sort, will we shoot around like a balloon?
No, without getting too into physics, it's a very low pressure between the inside and the outside.
Okay.
And it's even leaking, even as we speak, because helium's very small, and even though the envelope's brand new, it still leaks very slowly. We get through about, one of those big welding size bottles of helium about every 2 to 3 days.
Oh, so you keep topping it up as it slowly leaks out. Right. What's the skin, are there different compartments in? We've just only today been thinking about the safety of the craft. Mostly our partners asking us to just double check how safe it is. But are there different compartments in the balloon? Like if an energetic pigeon ran into the balloon and it punctured, are we still got enough helium in there to stay aloft?
Yeah, because it leaks incredibly slowly.
Yeah, right.
What about 10 pigeons, though, really putting a lot of holes in it?
No, we'd still be fine.
I just want to make sure that, what if a rival radio station is trained attack pigeons and they try and blow us out of the sky?
No, I think we'd be fine.
Good. Okay, well, you just can't, you don't know. It's a competitive world. I just wouldn't put anything past it.
Blimp Captain Mark, you may have heard of what our missions entail. One question I have is, how low can we get? Will we be able to see into
Warnie's pool?
Shane Warne's pool and identify any neighbours jumping in there and having a go?
Well, if you brought a binocular or a long telephoto lens, I'm sure you'd better recognise who's in his pool.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, yeah, no, we can bring all the peeping tools. Don't worry about that. We'll have a lot of eyes in the sky tomorrow. The other thing is, I assume no toilet.
No, that is correct. That rumour you have been told is correct. There are no bathroom facilities on.
And is there a hatch?
There is no hatch. No.
Just had to ask. We're all friends up in the Blimp. No questions.
Can any windows be opened at all, Mark?
Yes, you can. Can open windows.
Right. Okay. Well, that's very exciting.
There's not a hatch. There are ways for things to leave.
Mark, thank you very much for joining us. Tomorrow will be Blimp Show.
Thank you, Mark.
Captain Mark will be taking us up. I think it's only you, me, Captain Mark, and one other might be plugging in our microphones.
Kathleen Jacking to stay back here at Mission Control to receive phone calls.
Yep.
And then you beam them up to us in the Blimp.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. After this, everybody.
Well, it sounds like you hadn't been told. That is your job.
Today was a delayed day. We're meant to be up in the sky at the moment, looking out over the city of Melbourne in Australia's one and only Blimping, the appliances online Blimp.
It's okay, though, because we're going to use the extra day we have on the ground because tomorrow's looking good. We're at 90% for a takeoff tomorrow. So we're going to use our last day on the ground, Ando, before we put this show in the air to run a few checks. One thing we hadn't really thought of till today was safety.
Simulations.
What happens specifically, how likely is it for the balloon, the blimp, to get a puncture? And what happens during a puncture? So here's what we think is a realistic situation.
Absolutely.
What if the blimp gets a puncture and starts leaking helium into the cockpit?
Yep.
We'll all have very high voices, but it will be a very serious situation. So to run a simulation of that exact likely scenario, we've got to hear some helium balloons, and we're going to call, I think we've got the Victorian Institute of Sports number.
A likely place for the blimp to be above, obviously, the one and only blimp in Australia is in Melbourne at the moment.
Because if we're losing altitude, we need an oval to land on.
Will they take high-pitched voices seriously?
Do you take people with a chipmunky voice in a panic situation seriously, or do you hang up on them? That's the test, and we need to know, just in case we run into this situation tomorrow when we're in the blimp for reals.
You be making the call in, Ham, and I'll be just the captain trying to land this thing off.
Yeah, gotcha.
Off mic.
You ready, Ando? Come on.
Hello, VIS. Matt speaking.
Hello, is that the VIS?
Yes, hi.
Hi. Sorry, my name's Co-Captain McAllister. I'm in the Appliances Online blimp, the helium blimp above the city.
She's steadying. We're losing altitude.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're leaking helium into our blimp. We're losing altitude, and we need an oval to land on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're right above it. We're right above the VIS there.
Oh, you're in Albert Park.
Yeah, we're above the VIS, and we're looking to try and land on the oval. Have we called the right spot?
Yeah.
We're losing altitude. Can you hear us?
What are they saying?
Are you there?
Sorry, I say again. This is Co-Captain McAllister. We've had an accident. We've punctured our helium balloon. We're leaking helium into the cabin. Why do we?
I've lost all throttle.
Accidentally, we've jabbed it with a pool cue. Do you hear us?
Yeah. At the stadium? Are you above the stadium?
Yes, we're floating into land now. It's very critical.
Shut up, Higgins!
I'm sorry that wasn't to you. We're just a little bit tense up here. We are losing altitude. Can we land the blimp on your oval?
He's gone.
That's a worrying sign, isn't it? Because if it happens tomorrow,
I guess
people don't trust someone on helium.
I guess we have.
And then we just all we float slowly to our demise with silly voices.
Well, I suppose the idea would be try and block it.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, puncture into the cabin's not one of the main risks.
We better call that guy back.
Yeah.
Unless he's running outside to clear off some kids off the oval.
That'd be good.
Today, Hamish and Andy plan a broadcast first. Coming to you live from a vessel that is out of this world. It's faster than a sleeping bulldog, more powerful than an electric toothbrush, with loitering capabilities like no other.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
No, it's a plane!
No! It's Hamish and Andy's Blimp Show!
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy-free.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy to drive you home. We are driving and flying high, Ham. I mean, we're flying people home today.
Look at us going, blimping people home. If you are in Melbourne, look up to the sky, get a glimpse of us, because it is happening. The Blimp Show is a go. We are blimping in Australia's only blimp.
And it hasn't been without excitement, everybody.
Jeez, what a day already.
Australia's only blimp is in Melbourne, hence we've got ourselves here. It's the People's Blimp, though. You can use us any way or form today.
That's it. We're up here 131060. We've got a heck of a vantage point on whatever you need. If you can see us, if you're stuck in traffic, if you need us to, I don't know, if you've kicked the footy on the roof and you don't know what side of the roof
to climb up on,
and you can talk us on to the house, you can tell us exactly what the house looks like, then we can help you out today. We are at your beck and call if you're in Melbourne. If you cannot see us, please, wherever you are through your radio, join us as we blimp around, just having a blimping good time, doing all of the fun things that you would normally do from a blimp.
The main mission, Ham, of course, is to get to Warnie's house.
Yeah.
Rumour going around, strong rumour, that someone is using his pool while he's on...
Credible rumour.
Credible source. Ham, delightful day for blimping. If you've just tuned in, we broadcast first. We are broadcasting live from Australia's one and only blimp. It was in Melbourne. It's on its way to Adelaide. So we are above skies of Melbourne today. And, Haim, we have been up here a lot longer than we thought we were going to be already.
We've already been in the blimp for coming up to 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours.
We got a call earlier today saying it's going to be too windy to go up again for the show.
We got scrambled out to the airfield like it was Top Gun.
Unless we go now. Again, realising that now this is going to be a 7-hour voyage for us.
It's a long time in the air, Ando, and that was really dawning on us as we were standing in the field with the blimp.
All right, Ham, we've arrived. The wind is picking up, so there's a sense of urgency,
There's
isn't
panic
it?
in the field. We don't want to delay this by another day.
It's actually a little bit smaller than I thought.
Well, I mean, it's the size of a hatchback. We're a hatchback attached to a giant balloon. The blimp is bucking around like an angry dog. I think the idea is we pull it down to our level, and everyone just jumps on, hopes for this, because once we get her in the air, we're fine. We have to get on now early in the day. It's pretty much not even 1 o'clock yet, so we're going to be in the sky for about 6 or 7 hours. Toilets are an issue.
Yeah.
That's what this is for, my friend.
What's this, a toilet?
No, it's not a toilet. It's something I need you to do for the interests of cabin hygiene.
I'm not putting a nappy on.
They depend. Real fit for men. Fit. It's real
I'm not
fit.
putting on it. Have you got one on?
I don't need one. Mate, I've got an iron bladder.
Same.
It goes when I want, how I want.
I'm the same.
You're not. You've had an issue with your downstairs area.
I know, but it's fine now.
No, but we tested it. It's still weak.
No, it's weak flow. It doesn't mean I just wee myself whenever I want.
Come on.
You're the pressure hose.
Up in the caravan.
I'm not putting a nappy on.
Put a nappy on. No. For the sake of the show, please put an adult nappy on.
We need empty Gatorade boxes.
Put a nappy on. Let's just not have whiz just floating around up there willy-nilly.
It's not floating
around,
around,
piss
mate.
party.
Not
Put your nappy on. Be a professional and wear your adult nappy.
If you put one on, I'll put one on.
I don't need one.
I don't need one either.
I better not catch you whizzing up there then.
Do we have water, snacks?
Yeah, I've got plenty of snacks. I got chips, I got muesli
We're up
bars.
there for a long time now.
I know, mate. It's basically like Melbourne to Singapore. Except all we're going to do is Melbourne to just a bit closer to Melbourne.
It's true.
You didn't do. You put it on, did you?
Didn't put it on.
Andy actually kicked the nappy over a fence, which is a real letdown for his co-pilot.
Well, you want me to sit there if I need to wee and just go in my pants?
I was hoping at some stage during the show I would look over and go, "Why is Andy's right eye twitching?"
But I tell you what, I'm not sure if I will make it to the end of the show. It's certainly not the return trip.
Don't worry about old iron bladder over here.
You have a no piss policy, don't you?
I'm giving you a no wee guarantee.
No wee guarantee. Hey, the actual takeoff though itself, it was a bit worrisome, wasn't it?
It was intense
because essentially the wind plays a huge role, but also the fact that the sun coming out can just change the thermal patterns. We don't understand it.
I mean, we're a silly aircraft.
Yes.
Let's admit, we're in a blimp. It's a silly aircraft.
Yep. So the takeoff earlier on today certainly had us jumping.
Okay, Mark, let's get this big old beautiful bitch in the air. Sorry, big old dame.
Whenever you're ready. I don't like the sunlight, but I don't think we've got much choice. I'm ready.
This is it, Ando. We're off the pole. Engines kicking in. Ground crew at the ready. We are still on a rope. We're taxiing out into the field.
Yeah.
We've still got 5 guys on ropes holding us here, but you know the blimp wants to be free, Ando. She wants to get into her natural habitat.
This is exciting.
Let me fly, is the blimp is saying.
Lovely position, Jack. That's great.
Pilot Mark has just said lovely position, and there can be no mistaking. We are moments away from blimps away.
And Alpha traffic, the blimp tube rescuing and lifting of the blimp sides on all sides of the field, and a left-hand turn on the southbound for the CBD.
Air traffic control has just been told there is a friendly, repeat friendly, not hostile blimp now entering Melbourne's airspace. We got thumbs up, Ando. We got yells. We've got hand circles.
We've got
fans
a
on.
motor.
Blimps away! Blimps away! I say again, blimps away! Blimps away, Ando! We are blimps away!
And up we go, everybody. It's dramatic lift. It's kind of like a slow aircraft. You actually have to go forward before lifting off.
I can't hear you!
I know.
How are you feeling about the safety?
Hot air balloons feel safer.
We're basically in a Ferris wheel compartment in the sky.
But we're up.
We're up, Ando.
I'm going to need to wee.
Oh, jeez. Just having a bit of a giggle about needing to wee, and you realise the blimp can really descend quickly. Now we both need to wee, and I think I need to do a little poo. That was a bit scary.
Yeah, it just kind of rocks, doesn't it? It's like being on a ship in very, very high swells.
I wasn't expecting to be this nervous.
No, neither was I.
But we're also having fun.
We are having fun, and we're on our way to Jess's house because she wants us to check up on some lawn she planted. We should be arriving pretty soon.
We're on schedule, Ando.
Let's get the hotline blimp going and get Jess up on the calls. Hamish and Andy, the Blimp Show. Hame, it's time for this.
I know when that hotline blimp, it can only mean one thing.
131060 is the number. You can call the Blimp anytime. The Blimp is yours. If you need help from an aerial vantage point, we're here to help you. Ham at the moment is taking a couple of pictures. Jess contacted the show earlier in the week. Jess, welcome back to the Blimp.
Hi, guys.
Jess, you're being beamed live to the Blimp now as we attempt to fly over your house and get eyes on your lawn. Now, Jess, I won't give the street name away, but number 13, yeah?
Yes.
Great spot you live, Jess. There's a kind of a
Really lovely.
lake nearby. And
have you got like a kids sort of centre in front of you, like a daycare kind of centre?
Yeah, we do, yep. There's
Okay.
a trampoline in the backyard.
That's it, with a fluorescent green edging.
Hamish has got eyes on it, everybody.
Jess, copy that. You've talked me onto target perfectly. I have a perfect 20 on your house right now. We are hovering above your house, Jess.
Oh my
so,
God.
Jess, talk us through it.
Jess, permission to take lots of photos of your house.
Yes, do it. Do it
Not
now.
needed. I already am.
Okay.
Jess asked, she's away on holidays at the moment, and asked us to hover across and see whether the lawn she planted is surviving or whether she needs to get back stat. Well, which lawn is it, Jess? Is it out the back?
It's the front lawn.
Nature strip?
Yes, it's the only
As in
real
your
grass
nature
in the street. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jess, can I just say, it's maybe the greenest nature strip in the whole street.
Yeah.
Oh, he works on it so hard. It would be. Is it still green?
Oh, Jess, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
Jess, it's 5 thumbs up from in here. It's unbelievable.
Do not rush back.
Jess, take another week of holidays.
Yes, I will now.
You are absolutely fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, now,
amazing.
Jess, I don't want to get anyone in trouble here, but who lives next door to your left?
I don't really know who they are, but
Yeah, right. I reckon they've got one more recycling bin than they should.
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's too many bins by my count.
Yep.
I shall inform the council, Jess, but don't worry, it didn't come from you.
Thanks so much,
I reckon
Jess.
they've nicked someone's bin.
Enjoy your holiday. All right, now we're off to Warnie's house, everybody.
Yeah.
We've covered off Jess. The motorists are getting on. Mark knows where we're going.
Just another Friday. Let's take this Blimp to Warnie's house.
To see if anyone is swimming in his pool while he's on I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. You can call the hotline Blimp anytime, 131060, Hamish and Andy. It's the Blimp Show, Hamish and Andy with you, broadcasting live from Australia's one and only Blimp. Our Snapchat, we've been putting a lot of snaps up there at Hamish and Andy, also Facebook, Instagram, Ham.
Pick your social media pipe
Get
and
your pipe.
rush to that pipe and drink thirstily. We are blimping you home. The hotline Blimp is a go. We've got so many people calling at 131060. Jack, you are back at mission control. Are you ready to beam calls to us?
I'm ready. Let's hear the music.
I know when that hotline blimp, it can only mean one thing.
So our
Who
first
we got
callers,
first, Jacko?
Sally and Lauren, you're on the air live to the Blimp.
Yes, we can see your rear end. You've just gone away from us. We're devastated. People think we're weird. We're jumping around in the street, and they
Okay, we're gonna
completely think we've lost our... Oh, here you go, turning around.
Left side of our Blimp or the right side?
We can see the, left side. There you go. We can see
Oh, sorry,
appliances
guys, say
online.
again. I think we dropped out there. Are you at our left side?
Yep. You're coming back to us, I think.
Great. Are you on the beach side of Nepean Highway?
No, we're not. We've crossed.
Okay, yes, we are slowly drifting around those suburbs. We're on our way.
We're bringing the whole street out to you. Guys, the whole street.
They're
you
driving
guys are
live.
driving.
They're moving, I think.
Brad, you're live with the hotline Blimp.
Hi there.
All right, Brad.
Yes, so I was having a nice stroll along St Kilda Beach and was attacked by a severe swooper magpie.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez, that's a good hit. I mean, is this
That's a
just
good
a
hit.
warning call for us, Brad, just to let us know that there's an angry magpie out?
Yes, guys, we've got a bit of a delay from the callers, so we're going to just let you keep
In which
flying.
case,
in
we
the Blimp.
appreciate it. Jack, I mean, it's still working. Jack, you're the person that can hear everything going on. Does your heart tell you it's still working?
The Blimp Show is definitely still working. It just sounds like you guys are taking a lot of thinking time between when the caller speaks and you speak.
Yeah, that's we're in the slowest machine on Earth, but we might also have the slowest phone system on Earth. Thank you, Jack. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to try and take some photos of people waving to us from below. We can see a few people out on the streets. Keep them coming at 131060. We're going to figure out the technical difficulties. It's worth it for the Blimp Show.
Hamish and Andy driving you home. The Blimp Show. It is We are doing the show live from a blimp at the moment, so bear with us if there's any connective problems. Obviously, this is not the most efficient vehicle to be in the sky, and certainly not the most efficient way to do radio.
It's not, Ando, but that's why it's never been done before.
Yeah.
Because it's highly inefficient, but God, so much fun as we are blimping around Melbourne we're in today, because this is where Australia's only blimp is at the moment. The blimp does like to travel around today, and right now, if you're in Melbourne, we are blimping above what appear to be a lot of car yards along the Pean Highway. So if you know where that is and you're listening, spare an eye up to the sky if safe to do so, and feel free. Feel free to come on out. We can see quite a few people trying to get our attention. I don't know if that's normal day-to-day blimp action, Ando, or if there are people listening live.
Hey, mate, you'd like to think that they're excited about the show coming out. But the other exciting thing we found out today when we got up, came across and got into the appliances online blimp. There's only one blimp in Australia. They've got it at the moment. And they've said that we can give away any appliances.
Not only have they lent us their blimp, but they're willing to kick loose a few appliances. So, Ando, we say let's use this opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
What we want to try and achieve here now is 131060. If you've got eyes on us, on the blimp, and you think you can make it pretty obvious as to where you might be.
And can we just give you a hint as, maybe you're at home or whatever and you can walk out in the backyard with, like, a towel and swing it around because you'll need to be pretty much under us, but if you can swing a towel around, we'll definitely see you.
If you're pretty much under us now, you've got a towel, you want to swing it around your head, we'll locate you, and then we'd like to get the first ever moon to this blimp.
We've put man on the moon, but could man see moon from a blimp? It's our chance to make history.
131060, give us a buzz right now. Let's see if we can coordinate.
If we can do it, what can we give people? Can we give them a dishwasher?
I think we give away a Dishlex stainless steel dishwasher.
Right. We've got a dishwasher on the list. Here's how it works. If you can see us, call now, 131060. We'll hopefully be able to get your call beamed to the blimp.
Yep.
You then walk out the backyard, swing a towel around, try and moon us. If we can photograph your moon...
Yep.
So we can put it on our social media channels.
I will say this though, Ham, stay on the phone to us. Don't go mooning straight away.
We won't. We're just not going to get random moons. No, you've got to stay on the phone to us.
And only moon us. And if you live next to a primary school, just make sure it's acceptable.
It's got to be only a moon visible from the sky. It's not a ground level moon. But then we get a photo of it. You've got yourself a bloody dishwasher. This is huge, Ando. We are currently on our way to Warnie's house to see if anyone's swimming in his pool while he's on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. But en route to Warnie's house, we are being inundated by calls 131060 on the hotline blimp of people that can see the blimp, need our help, and possibly, and we know this is a huge ask, possibly will perform what could be a real jackpot from our vantage point, which is a moon up to the blimp. And if we can see it and photograph it, you've won yourself a bloody dishwasher. Jack, what's happening back at headquarters?
Guys, your first caller is Angelo. Angelo, you're live with the hotline blimp.
Hello.
Angelo, do you read us?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic, mate. Whereabouts are you, Angelo? We're just hovering at the moment above a parkland.
I'm right underneath you at the park in a red car.
In a red car?
Are you in the car park or are you parked in a nearby street?
No, I'm in the car park.
Flash your lights, Angelo.
I'm waving a red jumper.
He's waving a red jumper.
Ando, I don't have him outside of my blimp. Do you have him outside the side of your blimp?
I've got the binoculars out, and I see a red car. What else is around? What other cars are around you?
I've got a black Mercedes behind me right now.
A black... I see you, I think.
Oh, Ange. Yeah, can you walk out onto the oval?
Yeah, I can.
Great. Angelo is now walking out onto the oval. We are in a blimp. We are probably, 1,000 feet above him. Hamish, he's on your side now, I understand.
Yeah, and I've got the engine in my way a little bit. We might just need to turn it. Yeah, Mark's just giving me the hand signal. He is turning it around. She's not an easy machine to manoeuvre. Hey, Angelo, is there a part of you that wants to win a washing machine?
What do I have to do?
Are there some dogs near you?
Some dogs?
No, Angelo. And you're definitely at Dendy Park.
Yeah, I'm right here.
There we go. Are you near the tennis courts?
I'm right next to the oval.
Ange, I've got you.
Good man, Hamish.
I've got you,
Hamish is snapperazzi.
Ange, if you want to win a washing machine, just quickly moon.
There's a bunch of schoolgirls here.
Oh, yeah, I can actually, there's a kid next to you. Okay, don't. Just
maybe go Girls Gone Wild and just give us a bit of a boob shot.
Take your top off, Ange. If you take your top off, we'll give you a washing machine. He's done it!
He's done it!
He's done it! I saw a nipple. I've seen nipple from the blimp.
Ange, you beautiful man.
Sorry, Ange, you didn't tell us you were with your kids.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, can I just get one more shot, Ange, of that beautiful chest? It was a bit blurry on the camera. Yes.
See him now. I've got the binoculars on. Yeah, he's right next to his kids. Of course, we should have asked you to moon. Apologies for that, Ange. But
sorry,
guess what?
Ange. Sorry about the moon stuff. Didn't realise you were the kids. Obviously, mate, you've got a dishwasher.
A stainless steel dishwasher. It's a pleasure, Ange.
No, that's what we're here for. That's what the Appliances Online Blimp is here
to Warnie's house, everyone.
We're going to Warnie's house, guys. Mark, full steam ahead, please.
We'll have a chance for all of Australia to win some appliances as we give them out willy-nilly, raining them on Australia from 1,000 feet above.
Having said that, come on, Ange, if they are your kids, they've seen your moon probably 1,000 times.
It's Hamish and Andy with you, broadcasting live from Australia's only blimp. A blimp that is in Melbourne at the moment, so that's where we are. We're above Melbourne. We're looking out to our right, the MCG, and we've made our way back from Warnie's house. The MCG, Ham, it's quite a good theme. We went out there to Warnie's house because...
Well, that's Warnie's office, and we've just been at his house.
Yeah, because there was a rumour that while he was on Night, let me get you out of here, the people were jumping the fence and using his pool.
Okay, so we were just on station over Warnie's house. We had eyes completely on his backyard. I've got the photographic evidence to... Happy to report for the Warne family that is a clear pool, although, what's this? That got me a little worried.
Yeah, what is that?
But as you zoom in, it appears to be a man-sized terracotta pot.
Yep.
So, either the pool jumpers knew we were going to be over them, and they've disguised themselves as a man-sized terracotta pot, or that is a pot. Except...
Actually looks like a giant ashtray.
That's enough for one day. For Warnie, that's a one-dayer. Look, what's this?
There's a black car.
Over the back fence, suspicious black vehicle.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Look at that. Someone is parked up behind Warnie's house in a really odd position.
Yes.
I reckon a pool jumper waiting for us to leave, and then they've got one small bush to get through, and then they're into Warnie's pool.
I'd say we double back, but this is the least...
No, they'll be well gone by the time we get back there.
Yeah.
I think what we can safely say is if someone is jumping into Warnie's pool, we've got their car.
Yep.
We can't quite make out the license plate.
No.
We do have their car. We can't stay over Warnie's house all day because we've got other missions to get to.
Scroll to the front of the house as well. Hamish is taking pictures with a zoom lens so we can really get in on things. The front of the house, damn it. Thought we might see Liz Hurley coming back and giving his ring back.
Yes, there is a brunette woman leaving something in the letterbox.
A buxom brunette woman.
I can confirm I have a photograph of Liz Hurley putting the ring back in the letterbox. But for Shane's privacy, I will not be selling it to the magazines.
Hey, and we've got to head, I think, towards the Harold Holt pool. The pool that's named Harold Holt because we're going to see how busy it is. The guy's thinking of renewing his membership. He wanted to see if it's worth it.
That's good. That's what you need the blimp for.
And a chance for everyone around Australia to play a game of I Spy in the Sky straight after this. Hamish and Andy driving you home. It's the Blimp Show, everybody, broadcasting live. So bear with us if it drops out, but broadcasting live from a tin can attached to a balloon.
Yeah, we're using probably 2009 technology, no offence to the radio station, 2009 technology from a 1950s aircraft.
Yes.
So hopefully everything works. But what we want to do now, we are floating in our blimp above the skies of Melbourne today. 13:10:60 though. Anywhere in Australia, you can call the hotline Blimp because we want to play a game of I Spy.
Yes.
We can see, obviously, everything from up here. We're going to spy structures or large things. You try and guess what they are. And if you get us it correctly, because we've borrowed appliances on Line's Blimp, they're very generously giving us a list of just random appliances we can give away. So, depending on how hard we make the I Spy, that's the level of prize you'll get.
Haim, we spy from the sky. Something beginning with...
Blimp signal lost. Blimp signal lost. Trying to re-establish connection to Hamish and Andy. Your listening is important to us. Please hold on while we re-establish connection with the Hamish and Andy Blimp.
Hamish and Andy, the Blimp Show. Apparently we just dropped out again. Apologies, because we are broadcasting, like Hamish said, from a 1940s flying device with not the greatest technology, but we're doing
However,
our best.
We're trying. Jack, you're back at Mission Control.
Hello, guys.
Who have you got on the hotline, Blimp?
On the hotline Blimp, the first caller is Demi. Demi, you're live with the hotline Blimp.
Hey guys!
Hey, Debbie. Ahoy from above Melbourne.
Ahoy!
Something beginning with G. What do you reckon we're looking at beginning with G? A very large thing.
We are reckoning it's the Grand Prix.
Oh, we have seen it, but it's not.
It's close.
Not that.
It's
so,
close.
Jack, who's next up? Something beginning with G.
Josh, you're the next player. Josh in hotline Blimp.
Sick. Let's do this.
Ahoy, Josh. What do you reckon we're looking at beginning with G?
Ahoy, boys! I think you're looking at the ground. I think you're missing it. You think you're missing it when you're up there. I can see you.
Just ground in general. We need you to be more specific. What type of or part of the ground?
It's good. It's good ground.
We are looking at good ground, but we cannot give it to Josh. Jack, who's next?
Leora, you're live with the hotline Blimp.
Woo! Hey, hi guys.
Leora, we spy from the sky something beginning with G, and it seems to be a hard one, so if you get it, it's going to be a Panasonic 50-inch Full HD LED LCD TV for you.
Is it a golf course?
Oh my gosh, she's got it!
You've got the TV from the Blimp. You've won I Spy. You've done it.
Are you kidding?
No, it will be a horrible high-altitude joke if it was. You've done it. You've won I Spy from the sky, and you've blimped yourself an LCD TV.
Well done, well done. It's Hamish and Andy.
That's what blimps are made for.
I know when that hotline blimp, it can only mean one thing.
We're having fun with this, as we broadcast from Australia's only blimp. It was in Melbourne, so we got ourselves there, and at the moment we're 1,000 feet above it. And everyone around Australia, though, this is your chance to win. We're in the Appliances Online Blimp. They've given us this random stuff to give away.
We're just making it rain appliances from the Blimp. And
washing machine. Let's do this.
Let's do this for a washing machine. We are in the middle of We Spy from the Sky. Now, we just did a structure. We just did golf course, but the next category is it's more of a gathering of people that's visible from the sky. More of a people-based gathering, and
did you say activity?
It is an activity, and let's just say also it's a lovely day here in Melbourne.
Sure. So we spy from the sky something beginning with W.
Jack, who is on the hotline Blimp back at headquarters?
Gabby, you're live at the hotline Blimp.
Hey guys, is it wedding?
Oh my gosh!
You've got a dishwasher. Too easy. You've got a bloody dishwasher.
Oh, I got a dishwasher.
No, sorry, a washing machine. We said washing machine.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. I could tell you didn't want the dishwasher. No, you got a washing machine. You got a washing machine.
Oh,
it's a front loader.
That's incredible.
That work for you?
Yeah, that works for me. Thanks.
Not hard, is it? And whoever's wedding is down in Albert Park Lake. Hope you have a lovely day. I've got some aerial shots of your wedding, and it looks like you're right at the kiss. If they'd like those shots, please contact the show.
I think we've got time for one more. We spy from the sky something beginning with B.
Matthew, live with the hotline Blimp. Something beginning with B.
B. Building.
Not bad, Matthew.
We can see him.
We can see him, but it's not what we're seeing. Yes, and this was for the Dyson V6 hand stick vacuum, mate.
Sorry, Matt, you blew it. And therefore you can't suck it with the vacuum.
Okay. Sorry, who's next, Jack?
Casey, you're live with the hotline Blimp. Something beginning with B.
Oh, double whammy, Balti Bridge.
Oh, she knows Melbourne.
She wanted 2 vacuum cleaners. She went 2 guesses.
No, it's something you don't have to know the city that we're in.
Well, I mean, you do have to know, I suppose, that Melbourne's.
No, don't say that.
Well, I mean, you have to know. You have to know vaguely
it's
the
proximity.
geography.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Who's next?
We spy from the sky. Something beginning with B.
I'm having trouble with this one as well. I can't guess it. Natalia, you're on with the hotline Blimp.
Hi, I'm guessing a bird.
We do fear them though. They have sharp beaks, and we're hanging precariously in the air from up here. Not a bit.
A lot of them hang out of this place.
I mean, Andy, you picked this one. I mean, I feel like I'm going to give it a bit away a little bit.
Okay.
You do need to know Melbourne's a coastal metropolis.
Who's next, Jack?
Maybe last one. Gail, this is you're live at the hotline Blimp.
Ahoy, boys. How are you?
Ahoy,
great,
Gail.
great.
What do you think we're spying from the sky beginning with B?
Begin with B.
Remember, coastal city is the clue since we're hovering above
Coastal
Melbourne?
city.
Give it your best.
Bayside.
Oh.
I mean, we're sort of
We've
running
got
out
time
of
for one more.
so-
Time for one more. Demi, you're live with the hotline Blimp.
Hey guys again. We reckon it's the beach, which isn't very good again.
You've got a vacuum cleaner. Make it
Come
yeah.
Get yourself a Dyson vacuum cleaner. We've got to go.
I mean, it is the smallest Dyson, but it's still very good.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
we're gonna
a
go to the
Dyson
song.
as well. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy.
Yeah, the smallest one, just to clarify again.
It's
We
Hamish
don't
and Andy
care.
with you.
Oh,
No,
wait.
it's awesome.
Boys, can you do like a massive favour for me?
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Right, my friend in England is getting married in August, and when he was over in Australia, he loved your show. Could you give him a shout out? His name's Adam
Yeah, sure, mate.
Thurston. His name's Adam Thurston. He's got a big nose.
Adam Thurston, we can see your nose from the blimp, you big goose, but we love you, and also have a great wedding.
It's Hamish and Andy driving you home.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy-free.
We certainly are. We're having a good time.
And it's just so liberating being up in a blimp. And you know what? You just go wherever your heart desires. Because sometimes it's very hard to go where the rudder desires. Because you do get blown around a bit by the wind. But
As
Mark,
long as-
our captain, is doing such a bang-up job. What a captain.
As long as your heart has the same desire as the wind,
Then
you can go where your heart desires.
Everyone's having fun.
We are at Australia's only blimp, broadcasting you live. Bear with us if there's any dropouts, but it's a people's blimp. You can use this in any way possible. We've just played I Spy from the Sky, but really our eye should be on Lucy and something very important for her school. She joins us now. Lucy, you there?
Ahoy, boys!
Ahoy,
to you.
Luce. What is the atmosphere like as you are trying to wrangle a few hundred students from MLC High School to spell out the word blimp on your school oval? How's it going?
It is amazing out here. Good weather. We've been out here for an hour and a half, I think, getting it together.
Yep.
So many students have turned up, and we actually also have the MLC marching band with us.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh.
You've really turned it on. Now, look,
We
we are
gate
coming...
crashed their rehearsal, and they've joined us now.
Fantastic.
We are coming to you at maximum dawdle. That is the top speed of the blimp at the moment.
How many people do you reckon have come out, Lucy?
I definitely over 100, maybe like 150 plus the marching band.
Do we have enough kids to add an exclamation mark to the word blimp, Luce?
We have an exclamation mark, and it is a bloody beautiful exclamation mark.
Yes!
Well, that's what I wanted. Well, we are going to head over to you soon. By the end of the show, we'll be there. We promise, Lucy. Thank you very much. Hold tight. We're full steam ahead, which means we'll see you in around about 20 minutes, even though we're around 200 metres away.
I know when that hotline blimp, it can only mean one thing.
Here we are. We are flying high above the skies of Melbourne in Australia's only blimp. If you're in Melbourne, look up. We're in the Appliances Online blimp, and we're doing what any responsible people, Ando, who call themselves the People Show, would do with a blimp. We're flying around trying to do blimp-based favours for the listeners of this show, one of whom contacted us from London. He's a podcaster.
Yes.
So if we've got this stream correct now, we have got a phone call from London to our studio, being beamed up to the blimp above Melbourne. Michael.
You can follow it all, hamishandandy.com. Also, our social channels, Facebook. Choose your social pipe. But your right hand.
Pick a pipe.
Michael joins us from London, I believe. Michael, are you there?
Ahoy, guys.
Ahoy, Michael.
Ahoy, Michael. Now, there's going to be one heck of a delay because there's a lot of moving parts to this, but it's so good that we can hear you, mate. You wanted us to check out the Harold Holt Pool in Melbourne because you're moving back in June, and you want us to see how crowded it is on a Friday afternoon and if it's worth getting a membership. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I left Melbourne 2 years ago, and when I left, the pool was starting to get a little bit busier, so I was a bit concerned that by the time I get back in June, it'll be extremely busy and not membership worthy.
We can confirm it's open. So it hasn't
she's
closed
open.
down. It hasn't closed down in the time that you've been away.
Mate, we're in position. We're in a good vantage point here, and we're looking at the outside section of the Harold Holt Pool.
We didn't get to chat to you, Michael, but how many people per lane are you used to? Do you like having?
So I like a quiet lane. So sort of no more than 3, including me, in the lane.
So you really want to see if you really want us to be giving you the information now as if you've got...
Well, it's right in front of us now, Michael. We're
Mike.
just cruising over the top of it. It's quite extraordinary that we're talking to you in London as we literally approach it.
We're just banking around because there is one row of trees on one side of the pool, and we're just now...
Is there an indoor pool and an outdoor pool there, Michael?
Yeah, there is. There's an indoor 25-metre pool and an outdoor 50-metre.
You're an outdoor man. You'd be an Olympic distance man, yeah?
Can I say, Michael?
Well, yeah, the indoor's too hot, so I prefer the outdoor.
He's an outdoor guy. Can I say, Michael, we've got the best bloody news for you ever. There is not many people at all in the pool.
Mate, I reckon we can count 5, I say again, 5 blank lanes. Do you copy?
That's incredible.
I know.
Mate,
it's 5 o'clock. It's 5:30.
And I'm going to try and get the binoculars on it for you, Mike.
I'm snapping some pics now. I think we have a little bit of old person water aerobics.
Yeah.
But that, by no means, is monopolising the pool.
No. It's quite
Andy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I got lane 1 clear, lane 2 has got 1 person in it, lane 3, if you've just tuned in, we're giving a live update from a blimp of a pool, lane 3 clear.
There is... Are you a fast swimmer, Michael, or...
I'd say I'd probably be medium.
Actually,
medium.
There is now we're getting over. The middle of the pool's actually shockers.
There is 3 people in the middle lane.
The middle lane's busy.
There is 2 people in the fast lane and 1 person in another fast lane.
I'm downgrading my previous confidence to it's actually just 2 lanes clear.
Yeah.
But Mike, it's I think you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, if there's empty lanes, I'm not really too concerned about what speed they're going. I'll just jump in it.
Right, there's 2 empty lanes. 3 actually we can see here now. We're right above it now. This is great, isn't it, Hab? You've got the all clear, mate. Enjoy and fly safely. We suggest you don't take a blimp home from London because you won't get here until 2050.
But, mate, if you're ever interested in heading down to your local cricket nets and having a bowl and you want to know if anyone's there, you know the service to contact.
Excellent. Thanks for the service, guys.
Thanks, mate. Go back to bed because we know it's actually pretty early in London. Thanks, mate.
Hamish and Andy. Hamish and Andy, we are blimping you home, broadcasting live from Australia's only blimp, and by the end of the show we had vouched to get across to the girls' school MLC, Methodist Ladies College, because Lucy, she rang up during the week and said they'd love the opportunity to have a school photo from above. Hey, we are just on our way. We're pulling up.
We are on target and on station above the school now. Lucy, can you hear us?
Oh, hello, guys. I can hear you loud and proud.
Oh, great.
And can you see us, Luce?
I can see you. I'm waving.
You're waving, Lucy.
Actually, Luce, let me
Lucy,
just get...
it is incredible what you guys have done.
I can see you.
I'm waving. I'm in the middle of the eye.
You're in the middle of the eye. Yeah, we see it. Fantastic. Can I just say, congratulations to you guys and the team. It's the most ordered blimp I've ever seen. The letters BLIMP and an exclamation mark. What's the exclamation mark made of? Is it a lot of kids that are in balls?
Yeah, how many are crumpled at the bottom of the exclamation mark there?
There are 3 in a sit, and they're all huddling.
Guys, this is unbelievable. We're taking photos and putting them on Snapchat and Instagram now as we speak, but it is a heck of a blimp, Luce. You guys have outdone yourselves.
It's taken us a few hours, but it's worth it.
Yeah, we've ruined your Friday afternoon for sure. Like everyone else has left school and is having fun. But you guys are lying on the Susan Wilkinshire Memorial Oval and spelling a blimp.
Hey, we asked Luce, tell us, were there anyone that got bored and left? Did anyone's boyfriend text them and say...
everyone wandered off?
Yeah.
Well, I actually thought that my dad got bored and left, but then he came back 10 minutes later with a lot of lollies from the nearby 7-Eleven for everyone.
Oh, it's a community effort.
Absolutely.
This school photo's a community
effort. Got a load of parents and teachers that have turned up as well. It's a big community effort.
Well, Lucy, just to finish this off for us, Hamish, if you start filming, would it be great to see it dissemble?
Yeah, guys, do you reckon you could get everyone loose? I'm filming from the air here.
Yeah.
If we could get everyone to, just get up and run, it'll look great.
I can do it. I've got a megaphone.
Okay, so you get on the megaphone and tell everyone.
We can
Lucy's
see you
now
getting up.
Okay, tell everyone now, Luce.
Everyone, we're going to stay up and just run around and just go nuts. Ready, set, go!
Yep.
The blimp is disintegrated. And I hope... Mark, the pilot, loves it. Mark, is that one of the best things you've seen in all your blimping
Two
years?
thumbs up from Mark. The girls are running around nuts. Well done, girls. When I hope my girlfriend didn't tune in or mum tuned in when we said the blimp has disintegrated because the word has.
I also can tell, even from the sky, that all the lollies your dad gave you were effective because everyone's gone absolutely crazy.
Are you there, Lucy?
Yep, I'm here. I'm away from all the noise.
Huge success.
Mate,
huge
thank
success. And thank you very much.
What a way to finish the Blimp Show.
Check it out at hamishandandy.com or on a Facebook or on Instagram, and we'll be sure to get that up as soon as we can get any of this footage back.
Well,
we've got the very, very slow lumber backed out to the western suburbs.
Ando, before we go off air, I want to give you a letter.
Yep.
It's something I thought I might have to give you during the show.
Yep.
If you want to read it, I'm so glad I didn't actually have to give you this letter.
Sure, okay.
It's on the good stationery, as you can tell, and
it's nice. And you don't often call me Andrew, so it's nice to have that written.
It's written to Andrew.
Yeah.
And I was worried. I just was, because knowing how long we were going to be up here, and of course it's a very cramped space. There's no toilets.
My friend Andy, it reads, Sir, if you're reading this, I'm peeing. Whizzing. Taking a mile-high tinkle. Making it rain from the clouds. No doubt by now you've heard tiny splashes and noises, but I request you to stay turned away until I am done. I'm sorry it came to this, old chum. We all know it was a possibility. Give my best to Mark, and beware the Powerade bottle from now on. Yeah, I'm going to go for the blue one, not the yellow one. Where's my dearest thanks? PC McGibbons.
I'm so glad
yours
I
truly,
didn't have to give you the distracting letter.
I tell you
while
what,
I
man,
took a slash in the Powerade bottle.
You might have to have a look at this letter on the way home.
No, come on, mate. You can make it. We're 45 minutes away from landing.
It's been a hell of a
Cork
journey.
it, Lee. This is why I bought you those nappies.
Hey there, Blimpy boy, flying through the sky so fancy free.
We'll be back on the ground on Monday, everybody. Plenty at hamishandandy.com. We'll see you then.
Thanks for joining us.